Hello, welcome to Lab 400 of VMware Sales Play, extending your application deployed in Oracle Cloud VMware solution with OCI services. In this lab, we'll extend the application OS Commerce that were deployed in our previous lab by integrating with OCI services like file storage and load balancer. We have two use cases. First one, to set up the load balancer in front of the OS Commerce application, and second, to create a file storage system that shall be accessible from the virtual machine that we created within the SDDC. All right, to get started, log into your OCI tenancy. Open up the navigation menu by clicking the hamburger icon. Scroll to networking section and click load balancers. Here, we will create a public load balancer. Click create load balancer. Give a suitable name. The visibility type, I leave it as public and the maximum bandwidth as small. Now select the VCN for your workshop. The subnet will be the public subnet that we created in our previous lab. Click Next. I will leave the load balancing policy as weighted round robin. Not add any backends for now and leave the other details as default. Change the listener name to a suitable name. Traffic shall be HTTP for port 80 traffic and click Submit. This spins up a load balancer for you. I will wait for it to get provisioned. Okay, my load balancer is up and running. Next, I want to add the OS Commerce application machine that you deployed in the VMware environment as a backend to this load balancer. In order to do that, open Remote Desktop Application and log in into the Bastion instance that you created in Lab 100. Now, to get the vSphere URL, scroll back to your OCI tenancy. Scroll to the VMware solution section and open your SDDC that you've created. Copy the vSphere client URL and paste it in a browser on the Bastion instance. Click Launch vSphere Client. Username will be administrator at vSphere.local and the password will be available on your console. Over here, navigate to the workload section, and here you can see the instance that you had created in the previous lab. From here, copy the IP address of the virtual machine. Now go back to your OCI console load balancer page and go to backend set. Select the backend set that is created. And within the backend, now I will add this backend machine. Select the IP address option. Paste the IP address that you just copied and click Add. Okay, my backend is added. Next, I would like to open up the port 80 in my security list. So I will scroll to Networking, Virtual Cloud Networks, and select the VCN that I'm using for my workshop. Here, go to the public subnet and open up security list. Here, add an ingress rule for allowing traffic from the internet, quad 0, for port 80. Click Add Ingress Rule. Next, go back to your VCN and click Subnets. Copy the public subnet CIDR range. Now scroll to Network Security Group and click the NSG for NSX Edge Uplink VLAN. Here, add another rule for CIDR and paste the public subnet CIDR over here as your source CIDR. IP protocol will be TCP, destination port 80. This rule we are adding so that we can allow traffic for port 80 from the VCN to the workload network within a VMware HTTC. Click Add. Okay, we have configured everything that we needed for a load balancer. So now if I navigate back to my load balancer page, go to load balancer details and copy the public IP of the load balancer. If I paste this in my browser, it should show me the Apache default homepage. I can also see the application by typing /catalog. Now, my CSS is not working, but the application is still up and running. And I can see the Oracle Exadata machine available. Okay, for the next section, now we will create a file system and add it to the virtual machine. So open the navigation menu by clicking the hamburger icon and navigate to File Storage, File Systems. Click Create File System. Now click the Edit Details button for your file system and give a suitable name. Select the availability domain where you would like to host the FSS. Next, scroll to the Mount Target information and click the Edit Details button. Create new mount target. Now select the VCN for your workshop. And for subnet, we will create the private subnet that is hosting our VMware HTTC workload. Click Create. Okay, my file system and the export is created and is in active state. Click the three dots and select the mount commands option. Here you get a list of all the ports that you would have to open to allow communication for FSS. So on a new window, I will navigate to Networking Virtual Cloud Network. Click the VCN that you are using for the workshop. And now we will add the rules within the security list in both the public subnet that you created and the private subnet that is hosting the HTTC. Click Add Ingress Rule and add all the ports that are reflected on this screen. The source CIDR will be the workload CIDR. To identify your workload CIDR, go to your VMware solution screen and it will be available on this console. So copy the CIDR range for HDDC workload, paste it as your source CIDR range, TCP, port 111, 2048 to 2050. We also have to add rules for UDP, same source CIDR, port 111, and 2048. Click Add Ingress Rule. Similarly, I'll go to the other subnet and add the rules there. Okay, I've added all the ports that are needed to access the FSS. Next, we need to run these commands to mount the file system on the virtual machine. For that, I will select this image dropdown and select the Ubuntu image. Now, these are the commands that you would have to run on your virtual machine. So go back to your Bastion instance and navigate to the vSphere client console. Identify the instance that you have created in the previous lab and click Launch Web Console. Provide the password for your image. Okay, now open up the terminal. And run all the commands that are mentioned here. We make a directory so that we can mount our file system. And we mount the file system. We have successfully mounted the FSS. Navigate to the FSS. And here we'll touch a file called as a.txt. We'll say hello from the demo. Okay, so file system is now mounted onto our virtual machine within the VMware environment. Now this can be further extended and it can also be mounted to a virtual machine within the VCN. To do that, scroll back to your OCI console and open up compute instances. Here I'll quickly create a test instance of Linux flavor. Make sure that you have the right VCN selected for your workshop. And for subnet, I will select the public subnet that I have created in my previous lab. Paste your SSH key so that you can remotely log in into the instance and click create. Okay, my instance is up and running. So copy the public IP address and log in into the instance on your local machine. Okay, I'm within the instance. Now, go back to your OCI console and navigate to the file systems homepage. And now, since it's a Linux instance, I will select Oracle Linux flavor for my image and run the commands. Looks like I have run into some issue. So let's troubleshoot. Looks like our instance in the public subnet wants to access the file system that we have created in the private subnet. So let's go and look at the security rules. I will scroll to the VCN for my workshop, navigate to the private subnet, and select the security list where we added the rules for the FSS ports. Now here I need to add rules for my public subnet to be able to access the FSS in the private subnet. So add ingress rule, add the public subnet CIDR range, TCP port 111, and UDP port 111 and 2048. Okay, let's try again. And it works this time. So now navigate to the mounted file system. And here you see that we already have the text file that we had created by logging into the instance from the VMware environment from our OS Commerce application virtual machine. And this confirms that our file system is now not only accessed by the VMware virtual machine, but also by a virtual machine that is sitting in the VCN. So we can have a hybrid implementation where part of our application is running within the VMware while the remaining part runs on OCI. So that's it for the lab. Thank you.